You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Does it alarm you at all how much time we spend talking about shitty fast food on this show?
300 FPS Bowser and a cat suit.
Yeah, we want to find out before they find us.
We want to find them before they find us.
I mean, a lot of people
hardcore waifu porn.
Bowser says, "Deal with my fucking cat dancing, bitches."
Yeah, I have a feeling it wasn't my headset going bad. I think it's just the way that my audio port of my phone is.
Yeah. You know what I did to fix my audio port?
I don't even have one of those.
You know what I did to fix my audio port, TJ, and you could do, possibly, is I took a paperclip and undid it and then stuck it in there, and I dragged out all the, years of pocket lint that had jammed itself to the bottom of the contact.
I had to clean now.
And it totally worked better.
I
was like, this was an easy fix. I used compressed air, too, sprayed it in there to try and get some of it out. But
one time my phone wasn't charging, so I brought it into the Apple store, and they just pulled a bunch of lint out of the lightning port.
Hey, Matt, do you want to know how my phone charges? I set it on my desk, and it's charging. It's fucking awesome.
Induction charging for the win.
Yeah, the back of my phone gets really hot when it does that, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that, really inefficient?
Yeah. It doesn't fast charge, but it's pretty close. Let's see. When we sat down, I put it on the desk. It's at 66, and it was at 30%, so... It probably takes about... It's probably about half as fast charging. But yeah, it's really nice. I can't believe Apple still hasn't done it. It's a cool feature.
Yeah.
Especially Dell ultra sharp monitors. You can get a Dell ultra sharp monitor that has a wireless charging thing in it, so you can just set your phone on your monitor stand, and it charges. Yeah, wireless charging is the future, though.
Have any ports.
Yeah.
Well, there's one where you can pull a little bit of juice out of stray Wi-Fi signals, right?
Oh, really? That's cool.
I don't think it's much.
That's true. The iPhone 8 will come
out.
out.
It's not actually charge, but it's enough to extend your battery a little bit.
Yeah. 2 years from now, the iPhone 8 will come out, and they'll claim to have invented wireless charging. So, it's a new innovation.
Man, you've really got a chip on your shoulder about Apple.
Not really. They invented smartphones. They fucking make amazingly good phones. I just like to give them shit because sometimes they act like when they introduce a new feature, it's mind-blowing.
Their language is like the epitome of Silicon Valley, self-aggrandizing.
Oh my god,
bullshit.
dude! I was watching the World Series today. I saw Welcome to Born in the 80s. This is John, your hosts. John, my co-hosts.
Oh, we're starting? Hi, I'm Matt.
Yeah.
And I'm TJ, man.
I just had a rant starting, and then I had to get in the episode. No, but I was watching the World Series today. The Cubs are probably still losing. We'll get a check in on that.
1-0.
Still 1-0? God damn it.
Top of the ninth.
I want Bill Murray to be happy. I'm not a Cubs fan, but making Bill Murray smile would be the Cubs win, so that's worth it for me.
I can't get away from Cubs love here because that's all it is.
Well, you're in northern Chicago, even. That's super Cubs city. But anyway.
Oh, I was down in your neck of the woods the other day. Anyway, Go on, John.
Okay, sorry. So I saw an ad on the World Series. Now, I don't know if it's been around, but it was a balloon floating across the world, America, and a sappy love song was playing, and then it joined another balloon, and then another balloon joined it, and it was just a big parade of balloons flying around a city, and then they went in this open window, and then there was a phone, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This 30 seconds of a balloon's love story, and she picks up her Apple phone, it says happy birthday, and a bunch of balloons fly across her screen, and it was new emotive text messaging, making Apple, and I was like, every phone has that! That's Line has existed in Japan for 10 years, and that's all it is crazy GIF messaging and shit. I don't know. It's just come on. That's cool, but Facebook's been doing that shit for years.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just was. Their ads are just so sappy and like melodramatic, and everyone else does it too now because of that. Like, anyway,
Stop watching TV.
I know. Well, I can't. When you watch sports, which is like the only reason I watch live TV, you have to see those ads. Like, there's no way around it. Yeah. Anyway. Also, apparently, the apocalypse is happening, according to every ad I see as well. Something around November. There's like the world's going to end, or Russia's going to take over. Something, I don't know.
We could always hope.
It sounds bad. We can always hope. Russia's got their shit together. They got those new nuclear missiles that they announced. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, they're like, hey, we're upgrading our arsenal to these new nuclear missiles that can blow up Texas with one missile.
That'd be
They're
awesome.
Code name Satan 2. This is the world we live in. They're upgrading from the Satan 1 rockets they had. So it's not really like a big deal. It's just like we're replacing our old, like 20-year-old missiles with new ones. But it's like,
Yeah.
dude, is this what's going on right now? Like, there's a news story that hey, we made better killing weapons.
Hey,
That's our
John,
news
I'm
story.
going to take you out of this misery spiral.
Okay.
KFC is creating pizza chicken.
I saw that.
I saw you guys
But it's
posted
not
it. I
coming
have not
to
read it yet.
America.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
So
it's not
that's
coming to
not-
America?
You said pizza
Okay, so-
chicken. I imagined a chicken covered in pepperonis.
That's
Walking
exactly
around.
what it is.
Oh my god.
No, it's fried chicken with pizza toppings on it.
Oh, so it's like a chicken
And
patty
it's-
with pizza toppings.
Yes. And the reason it's not coming to America is because they didn't think it would be interesting because it was too close to chicken parmesan.
Dude,
Which apparently
I-
isn't
I-
a thing in Japan.
I would still eat it.
that shit's coming to America. Are you kidding
but-
me?
Yeah, it's got.
I would hope that they would do it more like how Fazoli's used to do their pizza baked spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
How'd that go?
Oh, so good.
How'd that work?
How does that work?
A pizza baked spaghetti. So you basically just cook your noodles,
Yep.
and then you throw that in I wouldn't say a pizza pan, but kind of is. Throw it in
Yeah.
a pizza pan, and you throw your spaghetti sauce, pizza toppings, and mozzarella on that, and then you bake that whole thing together.
Wow.
It's lovely.
That's so my favorite local not sponsoring the podcast pizza company, Glass Nickel Pizza.
We
They
could
have
probably get them to
sponsored.
sponsor.
They have sponsored Born in the 80s, or not Born in the 80s, but other Blue
Yeah, they
Podcast
pizza
Network
sponsored
podcasts.
Running with Sisters.
Yeah. But the best show that's ever existed, and I need to download all the episodes so we can do a commentary over one of them someday. But maybe, especially like maybe the first one, just for. I'm reading my own diary, Matt. We got to have some Matt
Yeah,
cringe happen.
Yeah. It's gonna be like, oh man, I shudder to think of how much of a douchebag I sounded like back then.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
now I'm a self-aware douchebag.
Yeah. No, but Glass Nickel makes a spaghetti monster pizza, which is basically a pizza with spaghetti on top of it with sauce, and it's
I would
baked.
I would totally eat that because they also do
It's-
their baked. Sorry, they also do a baked tzatziki pizza, which is good too.
Oh, it's so good because it has like, it's like the bread, but then it's got the sauce, but then there's like noodles like on it, and there's meatballs on it, and like, oh, and then they of course cover the whole pizza with like a cheese crust that like gets crispy on top. It's like, oh, it's real good. They make good pizza.
If you'll click the GIF or in the article that I linked, you could see that this pizza chicken is just something like a horrible monstrosity that should not exist ever.
Yeah, it looks really
It's
weird.
literally just a crispy chicken breast with pizza toppings melted on top of it.
Well, the reason why I say that's going to come to America is because like the like fast food thing now is to make zany like
Yeah.
viral video foods. Like
Yep.
so
God,
that's
it
going to
is.
happen, and it's Yum Brands, right?
Spider-Man and Elsa
It is Yum
food.
Brands, yeah.
Wait, no, is that Yum Brands or is it
Yeah,
not?
yeah. Yum Brands consists of 5 companies, which is KFC,
I
Pizza
didn't know-
Hut, Taco Bell, Long John Silver's, and A&W restaurants.
Oh, wait, A&W.
Yes, they don't own Yum Brands, owned by Pepsi, doesn't own the A&W root beer, but they own the restaurants.
Oh, okay. Well, here are the brands currently. Yeah, KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell.
It's like the song, you know.
Oh,
I'm
they
at
don't-
the Pizza Hut. I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Oh, you got to update your no because they do not own Long John Silver's or A&W anymore. They sold them a couple years ago.
What? No
Yeah,
wonder they suck.
Long John Silver was sold back to like a consortium of their franchisees.
Okay.
And A&W was also sold back to a consortium of the A&W franchise owners. So
it's not just the three.
yeah,
Okay,
the big three of fast food.
This makes so much sense. Because whenever I have heard of a fast food restaurant doing zany shit with food, it was one of those three restaurants.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was either like Pizza Hut with like hot dogs in the crust,
Oh yeah.
or the Doritos Locos, or like it's either them or now Burger King's getting into the game.
Burger King, Arby's is getting into the game.
Yep.
I've got a news story for you, hot off the presses right now.
Does it alarm you at all how much time we spend talking about shitty fast food on this
It's
show?
because we all know we shouldn't eat it, but we still like to talk about it.
And I eat it.
I do
guess
eat
it's
it too,
talking
but
about porn or something.
I know.
It's like if I'm gonna not have that, I'm gonna enjoy it vicariously.
I just want to say
But
this.
no, today I ate all the fast food.
I just want to say this. I'm on FoxNews.com. Now, don't worry about
That's
it.
your
This
first
is-
mistake.
It's not. I don't want you to get your dog whistle out yet, but
Fine. What was in the emails now? No, don't take that bait. Don't take it.
I
Don't
will
take
not
that bait.
take the bait because I don't ever want to talk about
Wait,
that. I've already voted.
Is this talking about the FBI reopened?
No, I
case?
already
No, don't
ranted
take it.
about
Don't
that
take the
before the
bait. Don't take the
podcast.
bait.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not
They
worried about
reopened it.
it doesn't really mean anything yet. Just
It doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
Apparently, there's fucking Anthony Weiner texting his dick to a 15-year-old because he's a fucking
Again?
creep.
and
No, this is the same thing. This is why they're like, why is this a news story? We already knew he was an ass. Anyway, sorry, Matt. I'm good. I'm done. I want to talk
Okay.
about this article because it's amazing and I want in. Arby's, test
Yep.
venison burger at select locations.
I want this now. Where?
Fucking venison burger. October
guys-
26, 2016 article, foxnews.com.
Oh, here's the question.
Uh-huh.
Are you excited about this just because it's different, or do you really fucking love venison that much?
I've had venison. It tastes a lot like beef.
I've had
It tastes like beef, except if the cow like had a really difficult life where it had to find its own food and
Yes,
like run
yes.
a lot and be
Yeah.
really stringy and horrible.
Yeah, but also the kind of stuff it grazes off just makes it so much better. Now,
I don't know.
I've had a bunch of different cuts of venison in the past. Venison steak is awesome. Venison heart is the most tender steak I've ever had in my life.
Oh my god.
So juicy, so lovely. Venison summer sausage is the best summer sausage I've ever had. Venison Italian sausage
Yeah, the
is
venison summer
good.
sausage is
Damn it! Arby's
just
venison.
when I think of
Where?
like just untreated venison that you would cook the way you would cook beef, I never liked those recipes.
Okay,
I
I've
just
got
have, like
I got your locations.
Is it up there?
Okay.
Because I will drive up there.
Okay, I got your
it's
locations.
got to be up here. It's gonna be here, Michigan, Minnesota.
You're not wrong, Matt, but I'm gonna tell you where they're at. So they're calling it's meat season, like deer season. So it's just select this fall, starting October 31st. So here's your Arby's venison burger tour, October 31st through November 3rd, Nashville, Tennessee, 4th through the 6th of November, just in time for the election. The only Wisconsin location, Superior. So a bit of a
Really?
drive.
I'm not going to Superior.
Okay,
It's way
not
far away.
not as much of a drive. St. Louis, St. Cloud, Minnesota. St. Louis Park, St. Cloud, Minnesota. So Twin Cities, okay, and then in Atlanta as well. Okay, 12th through the 14th. It goes to Michigan, Plainwell, Cedar Springs. So your regular Michigan, and then 25th through 27th November, Bethel Park, so Pennsylvania, like middle country Pennsylvania. So not just kind of northern Wisconsin, Minnesota, and like northern Michigan. So fuck, I want it though.
Everyone say hi to superfan Aaron, who's chatting in the live chat.
Oh,
Would he want a
Hey,
venison
Ron.
burger?
you want a venison burger?
I want one.
It'll
Anyway.
be probably like a 15-second delay or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
okay, like I don't know if we have any listeners in Superior, Wisconsin, but that place is a shithole, and I'm never going there. So I'm never gonna taste this delicious burger. But have you guys ever had buffalo?
Yes.
Buffalo burger.
I've not, and I really want to.
I literally almost bought...
You'd like it. That to me is like everything that's good about venison, but with like a taste that I like better. It's lean. It's not like just this dumbass inbred cow.
Yeah.
It's like meat.
I just
like
want to say
meat.
this. I like myself some meats. I like some weird meats. I've had a lot of weird meats. I've totally had buffalo burgers. They're great. I almost bought buffalo on Sunday when I went grocery shopping to buy my burger meat because I noticed at the local Hy-Vee they had buffalo, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Pound of buffalo meat is like $8 instead of like the much cheaper ground beef.
Yep.
But like, I was like, I thought I was making burgers for like more than just me and Lauren, so I didn't buy it. But oh, look at this in Chicago: venison, buffalo,
Ted
bear
Turner's
steaks.
Buffalo Ranches. Ted Turner's Buffalo Ranches are pretty much responsible for preventing buffalo extinction.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of the restaurant that,
So you
that Aaron's
can
talking
eat
about,
it
but
guilt-free.
I don't remember it offhand.
Okay,
I don't usually get down to the city if I can avoid it.
Matt.
I went to McFadden's Pub on Saturday
Okay.
in
Nice.
Chicago.
Chicago.
How do you think?
I was told that I was ordering my beer wrong because I ordered Goose Island 312,
312.
which is what I was always called it. But I was corrected. It's 312 because it's the area code.
I think I used
Which
to call
I
it
know is
312
the
when I
area
worked
code. Yeah,
that?
like
Yeah.
I knew it was the area code, but I still called it 312.
I think I called it 312 when I worked at Noodles in Madison.
Matt, I'm looking up recipes for cooking bear meat. Can I interest you in some bear steaks?
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, with my diet and morality being an ever shifting target, I try to be a vegetarian most of the time, but it is something I'm not very good at. So, like this morning, I had bacon, egg, and cheese bagel from McDonald's for breakfast.
That's my favorite bagel.
But it's the best. But so like stuff that is hunted, I'm a lot more guilt free about eating. Like if my dad shoots a deer, yeah, I'll eat all of it. Like that deer had a fighting chance. It's not a very fair fight, but it's more of a fight than cows usually get.
Yeah.
So I also will just always make exceptions for exotic meats I've never had before, because then it's kind of like a cultural experience. Like you're only given so much time, so you got to sample a little bit of everything. So yes, I would eat bear, but only if it was adorable.
So bear meat, according to people that make it, they're like, it's like venison but tastier, and which is basically like close to beef. You know what I mean? Like it's
I have a
beef-like.
feeling that like venison is the chicken of animals that aren't domesticated.
Yeah. They're also saying make sure you don't cook it rare because you might get trichinosis.
Yeah.
Because apparently some
Which
guy
one is
said
that?
most cases that they see of trichinosis is undercooked bear meat or like game meat.
Can you remind me what that is?
It's the reason why Jewish people don't eat pork.
Is it a bacterial thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's John's trichinosis corner of the week. It's like it's a lot like whatchamacallit.
Staph.
No, it's a lot like it's just like any
Streptococcus?
No. it's
MRSA?
really yes, it's exactly like flesh-eating bacteria. No, it's basically it's a worm in the meat basically.
Oh, so it's not bacterial.
No. It's
Lied to me.
It's basically diarrhea, abdominal cramps, muscle pain, weakness, fever, headache. you'll be fine. Like,
so it's already my life. So
you're gonna have a bad time.
it's like you could take antiparasitics or you just bed rests and lay down. So yeah, it's fine. But it's in poorly cooked meat, and pork used to carry it a lot, but it doesn't anymore because it was mostly like wild pigs.
You probably bred it out anyway.
And any other carnivores really. So yeah.
Yeah, the wild animals are just lousy with parasites.
Yeah. You got to cook them real good. You don't want a rare bear steak.
Rare bear.
You can have a rare
bear steak.
So if you want a rare bear steak, right? I'll tell you how to cook it. Yeah. If you want yourself a rare bear steak. That's the episode title. Rare bear steak.
Rare Care Bear steak.
I love saying rare bear steak. But to kill trichinosis, you can also freeze meat for like a week, and that'll kill the parasites as well. So, but if you're not going to freeze it and you want it that fresh, Aaron,
I saw a video on Reddit earlier. I think it was earlier today or maybe yesterday of a 120-pound woman destroying a 72-ounce steak.
Oh my goodness!
In under 3 minutes.
My future wife.
Some of those females competitive eaters are just awesome.
Yeah, so she went from 120 pounds to 124.5 pounds. Steak.
Oh,
but yeah, she killed it in under 3 minutes. It was insane. She was just tearing at it like a fucking beast.
Mm-hmm. Is that the same woman who did the 7-pound burrito in like
I don't know.
25 minutes?
Sorry, Aaron's watching has said that he is excuse him for the typos because he's drinking Johnny Walker. Can I ask what you guys are up to drinking?
I'm drinking Southern Tier Pumpkin, the best pumpkin beer that I've found.
I'm finishing a Coke. I'm finishing a Coke Zero I got from McDonald's.
Oh, I love Coke Zero.
Whoa, slow down there.
Wow, yeah, I know.
Matt, I'm watching the video of this lady eat that steak. And of course she has some fries afterwards.
And it's it's a pretty rare steak, so she's able to bite through it. Like, she doesn't cut it, she just gnaws at it.
Yeah, and I want to call
with her teeth.
I want to say steak generously because it's basically just a rump roast. Like, it's just a full roast. Like, it's like 3 inches thick. Like, it is yeah, she's just literally eating it like an animal, just ripping and tearing the meat with her. It's worth a watch. Let me just throw that. That'll be on the episode page.
Yeah,
she'll take the tiniest sips of cola just to wash bits down.
Yeah,
but it's always a really small sip, so it doesn't take up any actual space.
Mm-hmm. I gotta share that. I gotta share that one in the comments.
And the salty fries afterwards just kind of helps balance the savory. From the meat.
Yeah, you got to get those flavor combinations.
So, John, I got a question for you.
Oh,
and this has actually nothing to do with anything you've got in your sections here.
That's fine.
Have you tried Gears of War yet since I gave it to you?
No, but I want to play co-op. When can we do that?
Tomorrow night.
I can't tomorrow night.
Okay.
I have friends coming over. That's not Matt.
You don't have friends.
Matt's not allowed.
I'm your friend. John. Why am I not invited over?
If you want to come over, you can come over.
No, I'll be busy.
My brother and Lance will be over here.
Halloween late or Wednesday, maybe? Actually, Wednesday might. Okay, next week I can't do Thursday. I'm going to let you know that ahead of time.
Wednesday
this is
works.
really good radio.
Let's talk off air and we'll play it because I want to play it co-op.
Yes,
because I've heard it's really fun co-op. So
I've only only barely started it, so I'll start from the beginning. I don't care.
All right, perfect. Let's see here.
But on that note, you are Battlefield 1. You've been playing more of that?
I have. I played a lot more of the story mode. I think I'm most of the way through. I think I have 2 of the campaigns left. It's really cool. I like it a lot. The single player campaign's really interesting. Like, the cutscenes are well done and cool. Like, the setting is just so fresh, and like the fucking game, like with my new graphics card, looks fucking spectacular. Like, it's one of the best looking games I've ever played, and just like running around in like just that engine that they made, the dice like engine, like just running around in like some of the maps, like in like these like French like city streets, and then like a tank rolls in and blows the fucking side of the building off that you're standing in, you know, is just like a like immersion that game has that's just so much fun. Like the destructibility of the terrain is just so fun.
Frostbite is a gorgeous physics engine.
It's so
absolutely
good.
Is. I've been playing the multiplayer a little bit.
Okay, yeah. How's that? Good?
Well, I suck at it, but I'm having a lot of fun sucking at a game. As opposed to Call of Duties, when I do play it, I suck, but I always feel bad about sucking.
Yeah. This is a little different because, like, if you, like, suck at it, which I'm not going to say I'm amazing. I'm like, what, below, like, at the Mendoza line of, like, first-person shooting, like, games. Like, the Mendoza line, right?
Yeah.
That's
not in this context.
But that's, like, the batting average of, like, just good enough to be considered, like, a professional ball player, you know? That's the Mendoza, the player.
Oh, that's not the context I know of.
Oh, no. So the Mendoza line is, like, I'm, like, just good enough to be like, okay, I'm pretty good at this game. But I'm not, like, I'll get wrecked. But, like, no, but the game is good because, A, the squads work really well. So, like,
squads work awesome, yeah.
And you're with a squad, or you're someone who is a medic, you can just raise people from the dead constantly, and it's fun, and it's, like, really satisfying, and it really helps out the team play. Like, you can like, you know, have a point almost lost, and you just run around the syringe and bring up, like, 5 people, and you're back to, like, capturing the point. It's, like, it really is satisfying, and it's not, like, Twitch-based, that part of the gameplay. But the vehicles are very powerful. So, like, if you're not great, you can just hop in a gunner seat and just wreck, like, buildings. You know, you can just run over people. You can. It's just it's good. Like, it's
the behemoths
really
are fun.
Mm-hmm. That
I had
that blimp is so much fun.
I had a map in the desert.
Okay.
Where we were sucking. We were sucking horribly.
Yeah.
But then our team got the armored train. And one of the times I decided, let me just spawn into it. I spawned in the driver's seat.
Oh, yeah?
I was running that for about, I want to say about 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Before they actually, destroyed it. But we captured so many spots and almost made a comeback from behind victory.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
That's probably the best mechanic in that game, is that the team that's losing to a point gets the behemoth, and it really becomes an equalizer. So rather than losing by, like, maybe 400, tickets or whatever, you'll lose by, like, 100. Like, it really brings it close. I've never actually been on the losing team and gotten the behemoth and won because of it. But, like, usually if you're the bad team, it's more fundamental than not having that advantage, But it's a really fun game. And
is this in full release now?
Oh yeah, you can go buy it.
It's been for over a week now.
Yep, it came out last Friday.
I don't have any money right now.
Save up, man.
Also, John, I'd like to thank you for. Now I finally get yet another How I Met Your Mother reference. Has been just floating over my head for several years.
Oh, is that where you heard that from and thought that that's
the Mendoza? The Mendoza line is a Barney's diagonal line of the hot crazy scale. And it's a reference to Vicky Mendoza, who is a girl he dated, who jumped back and forth across the line by shaving her head and then losing 10 pounds and then stabbing Barney with a fork and then finally getting a boob job.
Yeah. That's the So that was a Mendoza.
That was a baseball thing. All right.
Yeah, he was a player on the Pirates, the Mariners, the Rangers. He just was
just like on the edge of being good enough.
Just below 200 batting average, but he was good enough on defense to make it worth to keep him around. So it was just like he was like everyone's like that's just at the end, like edge of being good enough to be in the major leagues. So it was kind of interesting. So.
Chat asks if you guys ever got into the original Unreal Tournament.
I did. I played a ton of that.
I didn't, and I kind of wish I did.
I had the demo, but I think at the time I just didn't have a computer that was capable of like running it well enough. so I never got the full game. But I remember playing the demo a lot. So, I remember it just being like absolute carnage.
Yeah. Matt, maybe we'll have to find the abandonware of this game now and play Unreal Tournament 2004. I played so much of. That game was awesome. Like there was a map where the entire combat takes place on two like giant like train like trucks on a desert, like racing next to each other. Like it just was awesome. Like the idea that you would jump across from one train to the other, and that was a great game. And not to mention,
I'm throwing a link in the YouTube chat that I have not. Oh wait, no, I can't do a web address. Never mind. I'm throwing it into the doc, but I did not vet it at all. So
click at your own risk. So you're saying.
Caveat emptor.
But yeah, I played so much Unreal Tournament 2004.
Before we close up the video game stuff, I do want to mention that I did start playing.
That the Switch looks fucking awesome. Wait, no, what?
We talked about that last week.
We didn't talk about Switch last week.
I just
it was in our stuff, and we did not talk about it.
We talked about it.
Nope, we didn't.
What? It happened last week. Oh,
I know it did, and we didn't get around to it because we got distracted by Webs and Tierras.
Oh shit.
Hey, look, John, TJ is the one that drinks Diet Coke, so. I think he's our trusted memory server.
I also just listened to it a couple days ago, but
oh wait, I wait before I
was just gonna say I have given up listening to myself on podcasts because I was like, I'm beyond the point where I can like listen for constructive criticism and improve. Now it's just to the point where I get annoyed.
Mm. I'm so used to it, I can't even, because I add it every week, so.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to talk one final Battlefield 1 thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I went to, somebody had posted this. So one of the sad things is, with Battlefield 1, they're really selling up the Harlem Hellfighters on, the cover and everything. There's no campaign for them. it's not in there. I don't know what, it is. The very first tutorial you do, you're, one of them.
Yeah.
But that's it. There's no, Harlem Hellfighters mission. I thought that was totally going to be in the game, but it really isn't. But someone linked a true story of one of the Harlem Hellfighters, and I want to read it because it's fucking awesome. Before we get off it. Henry Johnson, World War I hero in France. He was born in 1897 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, moved to Albany, New York when he was still a child. At the age of 20, he worked as a Red Cat porter at the Albany train station. On June 5th of that year, he joined the U.S. Army and eventually was signed to the all-black New York 369th Infantry Regiment, better known as the Harlem Hellfighters. Nearly 4 months into his Army enlistment, he married his wife. Johnson and the other troops were trained in the segregated camp in Wadsworth, South Carolina. On January 1st, 1918, the unit arrived in Brest, France. Yep, that's it. And at first, we're used as laborers and stevedores. And stevedore is a fucking awesome word, by the way. But by mid-March, the 369th was sent to the front and attached to the 16th Division of the French Army. And he got promoted to sergeant. 14 days later, on the night of May 14th, 1918, Johnson and Needham Roberts were assigned to sentry duty at a bridge held by the U.S. forces. They were ambushed by a 20-soldier German army raiding party. Although Roberts was initially taken prisoner, Johnson killed 4 German soldiers in hand-to-hand combat, wounded 20 others, and rescued Roberts. His stubborn defense of the bridge sent the other German soldiers into retreat. 2 dudes, made 20-plus German soldiers retreat. After the skirmish, which was soon dubbed the Battle of Henry Johnson, it was discovered the sergeant was wounded 21 times. He was treated in a French hospital for bayonet wounds in the back, stabs on the arm, and knife cuts on the face and lips. He was awarded the Croix de Guerre, I don't know, what French words.
Cross of War.
Yep. Thank you. Well, yeah, translated, but that's France's highest military honor, becoming the first enlisted American soldier to win the medal.
Probably pronounced Croix de Guerre.
Yeah, Croix de Guerre. Yeah. Henry Johnson went home to a hero of World War I. Discharged on February 14th, 1919. He and the 369th received a tumultuous welcome when they paraded up New York City's Fifth Avenue in Harlem. He was personally greeted by the New York governor, Alfred E. Smith, and other officials. Despite the hero's welcome, which included discussions of a movie contract and proposals to name a street after him, Johnson, who was permanently disabled by his wounds, was never able to fully support himself in post-World War I America. He divorced his wife in 1923, denied work, and without a pension, he became an alcoholic and died impoverished and alone at the age of 32 in New York City. Yep, that's how we treat our heroes, all right.
Yep.
But to be fair, not to be fair, but as a nice note, posthumously, he was buried with full military honors in the Arlington National Cemetery. On July 25th, 1996, they awarded him a Purple Heart, which he wasn't granted because he was African American. 6 years later, on March 19, 2012, he was also awarded a Distinguished Service Cross for bravery posthumously. So he may have died impoverished, but we do remember his bravery. And fucking A, man. Hand-to-hand combat. That's some fucking scary shit. Man. What an awesome group the Harlem Hellfighters were.
He was a freaking badass. Yeah.
He was a badass. Like a legit badass. So, yeah. I just wanted to share that because it's some rare... That's John's History Corner. Cheers to that guy, indeed.
And this week's Matt's History Corner, Unreal Tournament 2004 is no longer considered abandonware, but it's available on Steam for $14.99.
Let's see if it's a game I already own on Steam, because I own...
Probably.
I have 471
That's impulse
games.
buy level for me.
Nope, I have Unreal Tournament 3 Black Edition.
That it's racist.
That's what they call it.
Why can't there just be one edition?
Hey man, the white edition was whack, man. I couldn't handle it.
Like Kenny G and
So a 10-second little tick to end our little video game corner.
Yep.
Unless we want to get into, well, whatever.
Wait, hold on.
You tell your story now.
Hold on.
I'm done.
Hold on.
What am I holding on to?
Oh, there it is.
I started playing World of Final Fantasy, which came out on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to play the entire game, only on my stream, so I'm actually not, pulling any punches in terms of playing it. It's Final Fantasy meets Pokemon with nice, cutesy little chibi characters. It looks gorgeous. I'm already hating one of the side characters because it throws the word "the" in the middle of all of its sentences. Like, I can't define where I'm doing. It's almost like a Jar Jar Binks
like
sort
of
of
mouth.
Tick, but
yeah, that sounds. I've heard interesting things. It's like Pokemon, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's like halfway between Pokemon and Ni no Kuni.
Yeah, so you like capture your old favorite Final Fantasy heroes, basically, and they join
the
you.
Monsters.
The monsters, yeah.
The heroes become summons.
Okay. But that's pretty cool. That sounds interesting. That's like a buy it on sale kind of thing.
Okay, pause on the podcast for a second.
Okay.
My downstairs neighbors have a karaoke machine that they really love to use a lot.
I can't hear it.
And right now they're doing The Cake is a Lie.
Oh, nice. Video games.
Oh, that's great.
Holy shit. That's,
Still alive.
Okay, we got to talk about the Switch, though.
Yep.
If we didn't get to the Switch,
did we not get to it at all?
We didn't talk about it at all.
No. I think
I was stone sober. I was stone sober last week. It was just strictly sleepy time.
We talked about the Switch. I'm looking back at the episode description.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
We talked about bidets for like 4 hours.
We did.
That's why we did talk about the Switch. We got too distracted by bidets.
The underclean.
But hey, you know what? Oh. You could play your Switch on the day.
You could. The underclean. Okay. I want to talk about the Switch. So Nintendo announced the Switch, which is the NX. It's basically a tablet that you can dock and play on your TV and pull the controllers off and put them on a thing and play. And then when you want to go out into the world, you take the controllers off your thing and you can put them on the side of the tablet. And it's basically, supposedly, like both a portable game system and a home game system in one.
And the important thing is it makes everyone who uses it look like an H&M model.
Yeah. It's just all attractive 20-somethings walking around playing their games on the Switch.
This might actually be the best time to talk about the Switch because we let the initial reactions cool down a bit.
Yeah.
So,
there's more information.
Yep.
Okay, I've been out of the loop, so give me the more information. Everything beyond the original trailer, I have no idea about.
Okay.
So a lot of it is some is true information, some isn't. Like for instance, we know that the next time Nintendo will actually talk about it at all is going to be on a Nintendo Direct in January.
Okay.
So they're not talking about it until next year. Just about everything else beyond that is really all in rumor territory.
So there is one thing that I have heard is pretty much not rumor territory because developers do have this now, and I guess multiple people have talked to multiple developers, and they're saying, because this wasn't really shown, does the Switch have a touchscreen? Yes. 6.2 inch, 720p display touchscreen.
Does it have multi-touch?
Multi-touch.
Multi-touch.
It is capacitive multi-touch.
That's the first Nintendo hardware with multi-touch.
Correct. So that's fine. I mean, everyone kind of expected that. It's a tablet.
I would have rathered it not have touch at all.
No, it's gonna have to have touch.
Especially if it's 720.
But yeah, you're right. But I mean, like having to have touch adds so much application stuff to it, like web.
Yeah, but I hope developers just put a lot more emphasis on the actual controls, because it's extremely limited what you can do with touch in a game, and the iOS store pretty much has all of that covered.
No, I agree. I
want something different.
Yeah. That's kind of what's so great about the 3DS is it's a portable system, but I have, a thumbstick and D-pad so I can play real games.
So one thing I'm hoping about for the Switch, so those two separate Joy-Cons, the left and right pieces that come off of it, when using it for a multiplayer game where each person has only one of the Joy-Cons, that part that hides when you actually slide them into the tablet, are there going to be triggers on that part?
I don't know. They didn't really show.
They did show the triggers that are on the outside when you're using it as a single controller. But I would hope that you got triggers there to supplement the... Because each of those Joy-Cons have two additional buttons besides the joystick and the face buttons. They have either the plus or the minus, and then on one side it's the home button, the other side has the unannounced little square with a circle in it button. Which I'm assuming will function as a start and select or whatnot.
Screenshot button.
Yeah. What I'm talking about when you're playing multiplayer.
Oh yeah. I mean, this 100% has to be an incredible game system first. They need to get that in there. Just fun to play on.
I feel like as a consumer, I'm really excited about it, but trying to put myself in the brain space of a developer, it just seems like a nightmare. There's so many different scenarios you have to plan for.
Do you know what's crazy though? This tablet, right, is going to be able to play games that look like a PS4 or something. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this new chip in it, the NVIDIA Tegra chip that's going to be in it, apparently it's not in anything yet. This is going to be brand new when this comes out.
And is that ARM?
Mm-hmm. People were like,
it's people that make the iPhone chips.
Oh no. Nintendo.
Oh no, it's NVIDIA. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the NVIDIA Shield stuff, but upgraded.
Yeah, it's it's the next step up above that. So let's see if I can get the exact name of it.
The way my assistant store leader talks about the Switch, and he's not
assistant
a huge
store leader.
Yeah, he's not super a Nintendo fan, but his thought is, if he can play Skyrim and Pokemon on this, and this is something he can dock onto his dock and play it on his TV or take with him, he needs nothing else. And even though Skyrim was shown in the trailer, as of right now, that is not confirmed to come out for the Switch.
Which is strange and awkward. So let me ask you this. Do you think this means that the DS line is going to be no more?
No, I
Is this
don't.
just Nintendo merging their home system and their portable stuff in a way that just replaces everything else, or are they gonna?
I personally think this is just going to be a replacement for the Wii U. Though you can take it with you, this is meant for a more, for much more, bigger experiences, and the handheld market will still be your nice portable experiences that are meant to be portable from the get-go.
Yeah,
I don't see it dying anywhere.
If it has enough graphics processing power, you could have like a Gear VR type of situation with that tablet too. I don't know how what the dimensions are, but if it's not ridiculously huge,
that's
7-inch screen.
Also a possibility.
That's what they're saying.
7-inch.
Now,
7-inch that's diagonal.
Yep, that's like a what are the small Android tablets,
Yeah.
like an iPod Mini, pretty close.
But it's not like iPad Pro size or anything.
Yeah, it should
it's
be
a possibility.
easily. So okay, I want to talk about this because I found more about the Tegra processor. So
go ahead.
So it is based on the ARM architecture. I'm sorry, but it's NVIDIA's version of it. So system on a chip.
Okay.
So the Shield portable handheld system is the thing they made, but they made the Shield console, which has the Tegra X1 64-bit system on a chip, built on a 20 nanometer production process, and the Maxwell GPU, which is the older than the current GPU's structure. And that was this single chip, system on a chip, had PS3, Xbox 360 capabilities. And that was 2015. 2017, they're saying NVIDIA has said they're partnering with us, and it should be running a chip equivalent to the what is it? Optimized with shit. I'm gonna get the exact quote because they're kind of speculating up there. Oh, here we go. It's based on the same GPU architecture as top performing GeForce gaming graphics cards, which potentially means it could be the new Pascal architecture, like on the 1060, 1070, 1080. So I mean, if that's possible, we're talking maybe not PS4, but getting close to that quality of graphics, beyond beyond what the Wii U can do. But on a little tablet. Yeah. So, I mean, that sounds awesome.
GeForce, those are super powerful, though. But to think of that in a mobile unit is insane.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're talking about it too, is that the tablet itself is going to be 720, but when you have it docked on TV, it's gonna be 1080. I'm sure they'll have it upscale.
They didn't release any pricing information, did they?
No, that's not happening until next year.
I'm assuming it's going to be
what's your
300, 350.
I think it's around 350. Yeah.
And it's going to be
at $299. It's a snap buy for me. At $249, I think about it a little bit more, but I'd still probably get it.
You mean $349? You're saying 200? It would be immediate buy. 250?
Or no, $299 would be immediately. Yeah. By $349, it would be a little. I think about it, but I would talk myself into it.
I mean, I'll probably get it if it comes out with a new Mario.
I'm definitely getting that mini NES though. That's a definite snap buy for me.
Yeah, it's only $60. That's a fun little thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, so other things about this awesome thing. If it is as good as they say it's going to be, you know what I mean. Oh, also apparently it's not Skyrim. Fucking Bethesda. Because in that video, it looked like it was Skyrim, and Bethesda said that or Nintendo and Bethesda both said they can't say whether or not that was Skyrim. It was fucking Skyrim.
Okay, but it totally is.
It's Skyrim, yeah.
And so I think it was
it's NDA shit.
Exactly, it's some fucking marketing bullshit. They're like, we want to be the first to announce it, so we can't announce it during this, even though that is fucking Skyrim, portable Skyrim, people. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. A couple other things I saw that was really neat. People were speculating, if those controller pads, Joy-Con swap out, could you have controllers that are customized for games with a Joy-Con that's slightly different, with the different pad layout?
Or
the
even
real D-pad?
Maybe. That's kind of a mess on the software side of things, though.
Well, I mean, if it was just for an individual game.
Replace it with GameCube feeling controls in those spacings. Replace it with N64 controls.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. The possibilities just seem really endless at this point because we know nothing. So, you know.
There are also rumors that Nintendo's playing with the thoughts of at least partnering with a VR partner. There is thoughts that it may display up to 4K with the power it's got. So at least when docked, of course. But at this point, there's a lot of interest, there's a lot of intrigue. As much as I'm the Nintendo fanboy and I really, really want this, I'm trying to stay a bit more skeptical, trying to stay a bit more down to earth, because who knows at this point. But they are planning a 2 million units at launch, with the option to expand if they need to.
Yeah. So I read that as they plan on selling 2,000, but of course that's not selling. That's not sell through. That's just
that's selling to retail.
Yes, they're making that many for people to buy. 2 million in the first month. So
yeah,
I want it.
Honestly, if it's as good as it is, I'll get it.
Breath of the Wild game is a huge selling point for me.
Well, I have a Wii U, so
yeah, I don't. So if I want to play it at all, I got to get a new system. So I might as well.
Now, going from rumors to straight speculation, that little the hand controller you put the Joy-Cons into to make it a solid controller.
Yep, the one that looks like a dog.
That piece may not come with it.
Wow.
This is speculation at this point. I could see Nintendo doing that to keep the cost down.
I could see them doing it, but that's a real fucking dumb idea.
Yeah. And then on the later on in that video where they actually showed the Switch Pro controller, I want one of those. I love my Pro controllers on Wii U.
Yeah, I definitely get. If I got the system, I definitely get a Pro controller. It seems way more like tuned to actual adult human-sized hands.
Yeah.
Even though I have tiny Donald Trump hands, but like the ones the Joy-Cons that slide off are just like so tiny.
Yeah. Yep. I'm really looking forward to learning more about it. Like it seems like a really cool concept.
I'd like to officially come out against calling them Joy-Con controllers, because that's like
they're just Joy-Cons.
They're just Joy-Cons.
Joystick controllers.
Yeah. The con is the controller. Spread the word.
Let's get podcast predictions. So price point, what do we want to predict? I'm going to say $300,
I think it's $349. No game.
I think it's going to be $349, but I really hope it's $299.
Okay, so I'm saying $299, and you're saying $349, both of you. Oh, what about the inclusion of that pad dock? What's coming in it? I'm saying you're getting.
Okay, I'm gonna make notes of mine.
You're saying
I'm not gonna remember any.
So I'm saying it's going to be the dock, one HDMI cable, one power cord. You're going to get the tablet and the Joy-Con L and R. The Joy-Con left and right, and that's all you're getting.
Yeah. Because they showed that the Joy-Con L and R worked undocked, so you could just hold them, and you wouldn't need that to play it on the couch. I think that
I'm going to say the middle thing is included.
Same here. $299 middle thing included for me. I'm going all in. They're going all in.
Okay, so now already we've got completely different predictions.
Yeah, so one of us will be right.
There can only be one ultimate winner.
Also, I don't care if
unless if it's $299 and they don't include the.
Yeah, it's true. I guess Last
Guardian
by
default Adam wins.
Is coming out. And my bet with Adam, I refuse. I refuse to pay. The game is going to be completely awful.
That's what I'm hearing.
They probably shouldn't have put it out, and they're just putting it out because they had to.
Isn't it like designed for the last generation too?
Well, it was originally going to be like a PS3 launch title, basically. Like it was announced like when the PS3 launched, basically, or even before that, like 2005, 2006, or something like that.
It was originally developed for PS2.
Yeah, it's spanned like 3 consoles.
I've got 2 more predictions about the Switch that I don't think I've heard anything about anywhere else.
All right, fair enough. Let's hear them.
So number 1, a lot of people
hardcore waifu porn.
I think again, they're not going to allow you to transfer your virtual console titles.
Oh my god, I will
Wii U.
fucking stab a man.
Well, actually, no. From Wii to Wii U, they let you transfer. I don't think it's going to transfer.
No, they don't let you transfer.
From
You
Wii,
get the privilege to pay $1 for each title that you are transferring.
No, from Wii to Wii U, you could still play them in Wii mode.
Yeah, but that's
if you want
fucking
the Wii U
bullshit.
version,
That
it
fucking
is.
Wii mode sucks ass. I hate it.
It does. It absolutely does. But so I don't think they'll let you transfer again.
Uh-huh.
And then number 2, I think one of the included apps, because I think it's going to have apps as well as full games.
Obvious. Yeah, they got to go that way.
I think Super Mario Run is going to be a launch app.
Oh, that would make sense. Why not? That's a good idea. I'm going to say this. My prediction...
You're really psyched about the Halloween update to Pokemon Go.
Yes. My prediction is that it's going to have the virtual console. You're going to be able to transfer everything. This is the time. They just put the new My Nintendo accounts out to link everything together. Like, they gotta stop doing that shit. Like, like it's really consumer unfriendly.
The new, when you buy new games, it's coming on like an SD card. Do you transfer that to a hard drive, or do you have to hold on to like a dozen SD cards wherever you go?
You gotta hold on to the SD cards.
You gotta hold on to SD cards.
You don't have to do that, because if you're like me and you own a 3DS, you only buy stuff on the eShop because it's
okay. So there's an eShop, yeah.
Oh, dude, the eShop
but
on the
isn't
3DS is the best thing in the world.
I haven't had a console in a while, but isn't like the new Xbox and PlayStation stuff like you get the disc and you install it, and then you never have to put the disc in again?
Nope, you have to put the disc in to play it.
That's what they were going to do,
Yeah.
but that required a once-a-day check-in, and people got angry at Xbox.
Yes.
So PlayStation took it out without saying it was in it to begin with.
Yeah.
But we all know
So
it was
it's like
in
a
it because of
DRM thing rather than being an actual technological limitation.
Yep.
Fuck that.
I can't.
Yeah,
trade
they didn't want
games
people
the way I
selling
want.
a disc back in. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it was,
Oh,
and everyone
GameStop
freaked
would've-
out.
Yeah, GameStop would have been able to buy it because GameStop Europe has things put in place for people selling back digital stuff, and it would have been similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
But what you couldn't do, though, is say, hey, I'm going to sell this to my buddy here on the street, and he takes this disc home. That was the only limitation, and that just made people angry. So
Yeah.
Xbox took it away.
That's a really easy limitation to get around. You just make it so that you can have simultaneous logins from different locations.
Yeah.
Xbox already said that they were going to do that up to 10 is your
Yeah.
Xbox family, and now you can't do it that way.
Oh.
It's 2016. It's the bad year. We get nothing we want.
I mean, you can still have 10 devices. It's just you only have one device where you can play offline.
Yeah.
And at least from my Xbox account, that device is John's computer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. It is. So I'm looking forward to that. I got Forza Horizon 3. I got to play that too.
Yep. And you can
Sure.
try Recore because that's on there as well.
All right. I'll have to check it out. All right. You guys want to talk amongst yourselves? I need to go get some whiskey.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Hi.
Also, I need to get the fan that's up here because it's getting hot upstairs again. Because it got warm outside again
Yeah.
for like a day.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
So, Matt, how's the editing going on the Halloween special?
Well, I kind of want John here to be here for this.
Okay, so we'll ignore that for a second. So, write any music lately? I know
Downloading.
you did some banjo stuff last week.
Yeah, that's for my cover of the Westworld theme, which is almost done. I just have a lead guitar part that I can pretty easily record half of it because it's regular guitar, but part of it is going to be slide guitar, and that is just something I have no experience in.
You're
So
going to
that's
do that
gonna
on
be a
synth
lot
then?
of, like, no, it's gonna be I'm actually I have a glass slide and I'm gonna record it, but it's probably gonna be recorded in lots of bits and pieces and then chopped together in a semi-coherent way.
Okay.
But yeah, I was in the middle of well, I have a attention problems sometimes. So I was in the middle of a cover to the BBC Sherlock theme, and then I started writing an original song, and then I got that one instrument away from completion, and then I saw Westworld and immediately had to write that one too. Oh,
that's fine.
You're like my Halloween cover. Thank you.
I mean, keep in mind, with all these projects you got in terms of the different stages of completion, you're basically halfway to writing an album. It may not be coherent, but as a single theme throughout.
I'm definitely more of a singles kind of person. Like, but yeah, I think I'm going to adapt to a different kind of workflow where I don't make YouTube videos for everything. I'll just try and get up to releasing a new song every month, and then make YouTube videos out of like the special ones, like 3 times a year or something like that, because the videos, man, they take a long time.
I mean, who says you actually have to do animation? Just do it with a solid background until you actually make a music video of it. But
the animation's fun too. No, I think, like, since I've got this big, like, semi-completed video list, I think I'll probably release the Westworld one as an audio only thing at first, and then work on the other two. And while I'm working on the other two, there's no lyrics to the Westworld theme. But while I'm working on the other songs, I'm thinking about just taking the opening credits sequence, doing like a simple but stylized animation version of it.
That's some good.
And hopefully I could get that done in
That's some
just
good
a
couple
months.
Just let me know if you ever need backup vocals. I haven't sung in forever, but I wouldn't want to do anything until
I'll just give you a list of vowel sounds that you can sing, like ahs and e's and o's, and then I'll just take those samples and edit it together in different pitches, and that's basically what I do now. So
I mean,
then I
recorded do with my Ruffalo.
Ruffalo. Oh,
yeah.
Hold on one second. I'm just gonna go ahead and. Oh no! Wait, no, there it is. Wait.
Ruffalo.
So that's
great.
Pretty good.
All right, here we go.
No, but I just wanted to say one more thing about the banjo that I recorded.
Sure.
Am not very good at banjo, so I recorded a lot of individual notes and edited them all together into a semi-coherent part.
That works. I mean, three finger picks are kind of tough.
Yeah. Well, I figure my primary instrument is the computer. No, John, you're not talking this episode. This is the Matt episode.
Go ahead. We could just make our own podcast, and we'll go hang out in the corner.
You bastards!
Matt,
it's new to me.
We'll bring back running with scissors.
Henry McKenna, single barrel bourbon. That's what I'm drinking. 10 years.
Never heard of it.
It's really good. Highly recommend.
Better or less better than Bullet?
It's better. All right. So
I need to try some of these liquors because I've never really had anything harder than a Smirnoff.
That's not very hard.
You got to come up to Madison. We'll take you out. We'll get you super wasted, and then we'll leave you in a field somewhere.
Yeah. You will do it.
Sounds like a Tuesday.
Let's do it. That'll be my wedding, TJ.
You'll wake up covered in blood, but it's not your blood, so don't worry about it.
All right. I want to talk about Origin Access.
Wait, what is that?
Wolverine movie?
It's like the EA Access, but for PC.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
You pay $5 a month to get like trials of some games, and then like their Access game library, which is just like a bunch of games. Trial. Exactly. No, but it includes such games as FIFA 16, Battlefield 4, the Need for Speed FMV game, Battlefield Hardline, the original Titanfall, Dragon Ball Inquisition, a lot of games, right? But I got it because if you paid $5, you got to play Battlefield 1 like a week early for 10 hours, so I did that. It was $5, and you got a 10% off discount, so I was like, well, if I buy the game, it basically just is free because I'm getting that 10% discount off to get to play it early.
Yep.
And I was like, oh shit, I got that discount. Maybe I should pick up Titanfall 2. Because that came out, and supposedly it's really good. And then I read Titanfall 2 is not eligible for the 10% discount on the Origin Access. I'm like, it's a fucking Origin EA game. Like, what the fuck?
That
it's not on
sucks.
Steam. Like, it's only on Origin.
I'll probably start playing that soon. I started installing it this morning.
Whatever. I'll probably buy it, but I don't think I'm going to buy it right away then because of the not 10%. Like, I'll just wait.
Just get an Xbox One so we can play together.
Yeah.
You know, I don't play my PS4 enough. My PC sucks.
I thought about getting an Xbox One. I might get one this Christmas season.
Yeah, wait till after you're kind of saving up for the wedding.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the One S, I kind of want.
Wait till the Scorpio comes out, and it'll be immediately, like, half the price.
Oculus ready.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I even care enough to get the Plus, though, because I'll play PC games for that shit. But, like, I don't know. There's enough stuff on the Xbox One, and there'll probably be some crazy Black Friday deals where it'll be like, get the Xbox One and like 4 games for like $300, and I'll be like, oh, maybe. Because I'd like to play Rare Replay, and
It's awesome.
could play some of my old Xbox 360 games again, that have backwards.
And actually, even on the other side of that, if we switch from your computer being the offline play
Yeah.
to your new Xbox One being the offline play of my account, you could play Rare Replay and a bunch of the other games I've got.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into it, because maybe, But I got the PS4 and I got my PC now with the new graphics card. I'm pretty much set. Yeah. Well, Matt, I hope your banjoing goes well. But you know what's not going to go well? Your budding Vine career. You're not going to be a budding Vine artist.
But I can
But
only
my
be
quick
funny for
cuts.
6 seconds.
I've been working on my quick cuts. I've been taking turn-of-the-century magic techniques and applying them to simple videos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly, right? That's Captain Disillusion, baby. Thanks. I think Aaron was the one who turned me on to that. Like, that's some fucking awesome shit, that guy. But yeah. Matt, I tried to read the article that you sent me, but it said I had an ad blocker, so I couldn't read it.
Oh, that's weird, because I have 2 ad blockers and I can read it.
Well, whatever ad block plus it doesn't like, I guess. Whatever. But anyway.
So I've got the ad block and I've got Privacy Badger. Everybody should install Privacy Badger. It prevents scripts from running. Like,
I have an antivirus that does that.
From running on your. I've got that too. I'm kind of super careful about websites these days.
So Vine was the 6-second video, fun little thing where people made. It was like the ultimate highlight video sharing service. Like, here's a funny little jump I'm going to do, or here's a clip from TV, like Ryan Gosling eating cereal or refusing cereal, like all the.
It was like, hey, is YouTube too long and involved for you? Try this.
Now, did Twitter own Vine from the beginning?
No.
No, they bought it.
Okay.
They bought it and shuttered it. Is what they did.
Because it seemed like, Vine was almost made to be thrown into a tweet.
Yeah, it just didn't really do much. Like, the problem with that is that, basically Instagram was like, we're going to do video. Snapchat got, the stories feeds so people can do quick videos. Like, so many other companies started doing it, but there's so many classic Vines that are gonna be lost, on web pages. It sucks because there's so many funny ones.
Well, they're all on YouTube now, right?
Yeah, you could just
They're
watch.
in, compilations.
I'm gonna go to the top Vine compilations YouTube channel and watch a 15-minute video of just 6-second Vines.
Wait, was it was it 720 frames per second Bowser dancing? Is that one of the good ones?
I have.
It's a ridiculous amount of frames per second.
Cat Bowser dancing? I don't know what you're saying.
That's the one. But
it's on. There's one on YouTube, but
yeah.
Oh no,
want to watch it.
It's just 60 FPS. What? Right?
If you do it in Vine, I think they allowed you to do it at a higher FPS. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, you need to find that because here's a post on Vine that is Bowser. So
300 FPS Bowser in a cat suit.
Oh, that looks weird.
Yes.
I wish I could link that in the chat. Can we not link non-YouTube things in the chat?
I don't know.
You can't link URLs in the chat.
I thought you could. I can. Right? Or are they not showing up for people when I?
No, that showed up for me, but when I try to do, maybe
it
it's
might
just,
be because I'm the admin.
there's certain approved ones or something. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. If you want to see,
you have the little crown next to your name.
So let me just put Bowser dancing in the show notes so I can throw that on the website. But yeah, he's just doing a little dance, and it is creepy because it's like at a higher frame rate than they ever expected it to run at. And he's very fluid in it. You know, Bowser can fucking kick it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I just realized he's actually wearing the deal with it 8-bit glasses.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
he is, totally, yeah. Deal with it.
He is.
Bowser says, deal with my fucking cat dancing, bitches. Oh, man. Where are we at? All right, Matt, what did you do this week?
I went to see Rifftrax live for the first time. That was fun.
Where'd you go? Was that Chicago?
Point Cinema? No, Point Cinema here in town. They like a lot of the Marcus theaters do like a simulcast of their live stuff. I don't know where it was happening.
I've been to a couple of those. They're fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw.
It was really, really good.
Yeah, they put together a really cool production, and like see it in the theater is really fun.
Rifftrax is the way to go. I think. Like, have you ever been to a cinematic Titanic one?
I have not. That's the Trace Bellew and Frank Conniff, and
Joel Hodgson,
Mary Jo Pell, and Joel Hodgson crew. Yeah.
The other half of the if you're unfamiliar, Rifftrax is like a bunch of people from the Mystery Science Theater crew doing basically the same thing but without the character overlays. So it's Mike and the guy that played Crow and the guy that played Tom.
Yeah, Kevin something.
Kevin something and
Corbett. Let me get the names.
Yes,
Rifftrax.
But so it's like, and when I started watching MST3K, it was in the Mike years, so that was like the guy. He was like my anchor in that. But
Rifftrax. Oh, here we go. I got the names: Mike Nelson, Kevin Murphy, Bill Corbett.
Yes, Mike Nelson.
So, and I want to mention Joel people out there, because there are Joel people that hate Mike Nelson. But I want to say this. You know, like Joel people, that after like season 2, Mike Nelson was the head writer with Joel. Like,
he
was
a staff writer even when Joel was on.
Exactly. Like, no, he was head writer when Joel was on. Like, Joel was just doing the star stuff and running the show, whereas Mike was the head writer. I mean, like your favorite Joel lines, Mike probably had a hand in writing them. So, like, I love Mike. I'm a Mike guy. You know,
I love Mike.
I came in late.
Like, he's a lot more sort of like, you feel a lot more empathy for him than you do for Joel. He kind of has like a lot colder.
Yes, Joel's a little bit more sarcastic, whereas Mike's a little bit more
Mike
country
has one
bumpkin.
of those faces where he just looks like adorable.
Well, well, he's like a country bumpkin. Don't read about his politics. I'm warning you right now. Don't look into
read about anyone's politics.
Well, you don't want to hear about Mike Nelson, so that's cool.
I don't read.
Good. But anyway,
I like Joel too, but like,
yeah, me too. I love Joel.
I like them both. I just wish there wasn't this sort of weird feud between them that seems to have developed.
Yeah, Aaron in the chat says he started in the Joel years and took a while to get used to Mike. It's totally true. They're different styles, but they're both awesome.
How cool would it have been if it just kept going with new people and it ended up being like, who's your favorite doctor kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what they wanted to do with the new season that's coming out. So it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that happened.
But it's really cool because they got like Mike and Kevin and Bill to like help with that stuff too, like as writing like oversight as well. Yeah. So it's like,
the last I heard was like, and this was like pretty shortly after it was announced, so Mike said that he wasn't involved in it at all. But maybe that was like a long time ago.
No, they definitely are like joining together. Like they're pimping the new MST3K season on Rifftrax, and the MST3K people are pimping Rifftrax. It's like, hey, if you like MST3K, check out Rifftrax. And like,
that warms my cold black heart so much.
And apparently a lot of MST3K episodes are available on Rifftrax now as well. So it's kind of like they're sharing the love together. So I'm happy that there wasn't a rift, by the way. If anyone wants to like think of that, it was just.
It seemed like it though. Like
Joel just was done. He was like tired of doing the show, and he was like, I'm gonna leave. And then after Joel left, then Trace Bellew and Frank Conniff both left, and they did. I mean, Trace Bellew, the original Mad Doctor. He worked on America's Funniest Home Videos for quite a long time. As one of the video like producer people, like finding videos and stuff and writing like the gags, like So
Aaron says that holy shit, Mike Nelson was born in St. Charles, Illinois. Yeah, they're all from this area. They're like Joel was from Stoughton, Wisconsin, or something like that.
Mike Nelson.
Like, did they all meet up at like University of Stout?
No. Well, yes. So Mike Nelson is younger. But Mike Nelson went to UW Stout and had pursued theater, and then I think I don't remember how it exactly started, but he went to Up because I guess he had heard of Joel or knew Joel and was like, let's go do this thing. And they originally filmed it in Minneapolis, for a long time.
It was Minnesota Community Access TV for a long time.
Sorry, the Best Brains Inc., where they filmed all the episodes, even for the whole run, was in Minnesota, like in Minneapolis. So, like, it's a Midwestern built show, which is why I was originally reticent at the Kickstarter, because I was like, they're getting all these Hollywood types to join in. And I was like, well, this was made in the upper Midwest kind of thing that I treasured, but from the sounds of it, Joel won me over because he was talking about how he was like, well, the writing staff is going to be people I've met all throughout the country over the years. And I was like, okay, so you got the Middle America people in their writing, so they're just producing it in Hollywood because there's just people there to do it. Like it's where it's getting made. It's cheaper than building your own fucking studio in the middle of nowhere. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. But which movie did you see?
Carnival of Souls. It was just a god awful, horrible movie. And before that, they had a short about a witch learning how to bathe herself. So at one point there was this maybe 30-something Maggie Gyllenhaal-esque witch being bathed by like an 8-year-old girl.
Oh boy.
Fucking horrifying and terrible.
Rifftrax is great. You can buy their shit on their website. They have all sorts of cool stuff. Like they have movies, like full movies that you can watch. I'm looking at this movie called Roller Gator, which looks ridiculous, but you can just download the
amazing.
You pay how much is this? $10, and it's the video with like the talking over it. So it's like everything.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So they're pretty awesome, and you can get all sorts of cool stuff. Their app doesn't work. I think I complained about it. At all.
They plugged it during the show, and Little John popped up in my shoulder.
And, the syncing doesn't work at all. Like and it doesn't work with Bluetooth speakers. Like it just Like if you want, just download the MP3 and do the automatic syncing at the start, and it works really well. Like once you get it lined up, you're good. So it's really really cool. Highly recommend checking out their shit. And actually, Hulu has a bunch of Rifftrax stuff, as does Amazon Video. So they have some of their stuff on there. So if you have those services,
Netflix has MST3K stuff, but it's kind of like disorganized.
Yeah, you can find some of that.
I wish they would just like. I don't know why they never assembled that into an actual series on Netflix. It was always just you have to like know the certain movie titles to search for.
Well, VHX.TV, which is like a some sort of streaming service like thing. I don't know what the fuck it is, but you can buy individual episodes for $10 of MST3K, or buy the whole collection for $300 and stream it from there. So it's like almost all there. So I mean, you can find stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's not all here, but it's mostly there. It's 87 of them they have for $300, and you can stream. And they're if you pay. Well, actually, sorry, you don't even stream them. You can stream them, or you can download the MP4s like straight up. So, yeah, I know that because as a Kickstarter backer, I got access to 10 select episodes through this, so I downloaded them on my PC. So, yeah, I wish there was an easier way to get all of it. Like, it's kind of disjointed still, but, you know.
Yeah.
They have a lot of it. You can find it.
It kind of makes me wonder if the contracts were weird, like when it broadcasts on Sci-Fi or something. Was it never actually like contracted as a series? Was it just like we'll do one and then later we'll call you if we want another one kind of thing?
Yeah, you can buy DVDs too that has a lot of them, and those are pretty cheap. Like you can get used DVDs for like $20, and they have 4 of them on them. And I have a bunch of them, and I've ripped them to my computer so I can watch them on my Plex server. So there's lots of ways to get it, but it's I wish it was just like, hey Netflix, we got all the old, all the old MS2-3K. You know what I mean? Like, what isn't the new MS2-3K going to be on Netflix?
Or
Hulu?
I don't remember if it was Netflix or Hulu. It was a streaming service.
It's something.
And it probably wouldn't be Amazon because they usually do their little pilot thing.
Nope, Netflix. It will be on Netflix.
Okay.
Season
So
11.
I'll get it. Groovy.
Let's see here. On Hulu, they have 49 episodes of MS2-3K fully available on Hulu. So, if you have Hulu.
Okay,
Which is awesome because I realized I do have Hulu and I can watch a billion awesome episodes of this. So, I'm excited. I love this show. Overdrawn at the Memory Bank. That's a good one. Oh my god. Final Justice.
Oh man,
there's some good ones on here.
I tried to
Codename
search
Diamond
for it.
Head.
I got Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie, and I just remembered how awesome that is.
It's so good. Mitchell, the last Joel episode. So many good ones. So yeah,
okay,
Hulu, Netflix, you can find it.
Yeah,
well, I'm glad to hear.
Basically, it's distributed through all of them.
Those lives are so good.
Gamron is a friend of children, so just remember that.
Yes, but their live events are totally worth checking out. Like if you just look it up, like Rifftrax Live, see if you can find it at theater near you. Because I don't know if the theater you went to was full of people, but when I went, it was like full.
Yeah,
of people.
it was. I had to buy tickets ahead of time, and it was so weird because since I got into MST3K so late, I have like it's always just a solo experience or like me and one other person, and it was weird to like be in that situation with an entire theater of people.
And just laughing. Like it's so much fun to be in just a crowd of people laughing. Cool. Let me see what I have.
I'll tell you what, John.
What?
I'm definitely gonna go pee.
Go pee? All right. TJ, what have you been up to then?
A lot of work. Stuff I've been mentioning. Playing a lot of Jackbox Party Pack 3. Now that I'm starting to get that to work too.
That's a weird Jackbox, huh?
It is a weird Jackbox.
I have the original Jackbox on PS4, and I used to play that a lot. That's really fun.
Yeah, I've got 1 and 2 on my Xbox One, and I have 3 currently on my PS4, because it came out 3 days early on the PS4 than it did on Xbox One, because I wanted to get them all in the same spot.
Mm-hmm. Drawful is like my favorite.
Yeah, Drawful's awesome, and Drawful 2 is currently not in a Jackbox. You have to buy that separately regardless.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, Drawful's my favorite out of all of them. What are some of the other ones?
Let's see. So in the first one, it was You Don't Know Jack.
Yeah, that's fun.
Drawful.
Drawful's amazing.
Word Spud is kind of boring.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Word Spud.
Lie Swatter.
Wait, which one's Lie Swatter?
The one where up to like 100 people can play, and it just has like the bugs with the lies or the truth on them, and you want to swat the lies.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Because you're thinking Fibbage.
Fibbage is awesome.
Yes, Fibbage is awesome.
Fibbage is a game, if you don't know what Fibbage is, because, you know, probably you don't, but Fibbage is a game where you're like, hey, you want to, here's a fact or like a statement, and you have to come up with fake answers.
Yep.
And it's so fun tricking people.
It has a missing blank there. You can put in your fake answers, and you hope that other people will pick your answers.
Oh, Jackbox Party Pack 3 has a ton of new stuff.
Yes, a lot of new stuff. An upgraded version. Espionage is a lot. Well, first of all, everything in Jackbox Party Packs 3 can be played with an audience of up to 10,000.
Okay.
And they added so much additional stuff to kind of help out to make streaming it nice.
Yeah.
Like extended timers because of the delay. You know, the audience of 10,000.
Okay.
So, Espionage, the way that works, do you remember the old game show, Card Sharks?
Yes, somewhat.
Okay. Well, before they chose, you know, to figure out who gets to, you know, work on their part of the board of, you know, higher and lower on the cards, they would ask a question saying, you know, how many % of this category of people would say this? And one person had to pick a percentage, and the other person had to say higher or lower than that.
Okay.
So in Espionage, it's the same sort of thing, but supposedly they, you know, they use their spy powers to get this information. And one person is the person who actually picks the threshold, and then everyone else can pick either higher or lower. You get points based on, you know, that and how close the original person was. Now, if you're playing with an audience and more than 5 people in the audience also choose just an answer as opposed to a percentage, instead of using the data from wherever they pulled their data source from, it pulls from the audience.
Okay.
So then your answer to the question is, you know, how does the audience feel about this particular thing? You know, how many percentage of people, you know, will never have jelly on their peanut butter sandwich or something like that?
I am in that percentage.
So the second game, it's a lot of fun, is Quiplash, and they have a new version of Quiplash, which is kind of the same thing as it's kind of like Fibbage, except for they just have a prompt. You do a little quip for it, and it's always 1 versus 1, and then everyone else, you know, votes on which one was better. Murder Trivia Party.
Yep.
All the players are currently victims that are currently captured by a serial killer. But he's hosting a trivia night, and based on how well you do, he's going to kill everyone except for one person. And the winner is, you know, not just whoever survives at the end, but then there's one more round where the ghosts that are still playing have the chance to take over the living person's body and escape in their place.
Okay.
So that one's pretty fun. There's what are the other two? TKO. T spelled T-E-E because it's talking about T-shirts.
Yep.
Everyone just basically makes a bunch of T-shirt designs. And then everyone just makes a bunch of slogans. And then the computer just randomly mixes them up.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
You know, you might have a T-shirt from this person, and one you made, and then you might have like these slogans, and you have to pick one combination, and then you vote on the T-shirts that you guys put together.
Yeah.
And the funny part about that one is, as with some of the Jackbox Party Pack 3 stuff, anything that happens in game that involves creation can get saved.
Yeah. And
the T-shirt ones you can actually order and get your T-shirt made and sent to you.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then what was the last game on there? Oh, last one's called Faking It, which is better to play in person because it involves a lot of gesturing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Where everyone is given a prompt, like something like, raise your hand if this particular fact. But one person gets a prompt that says, either raise your hand or don't. Try to blend in.
So you have to guess who's the faker.
Yes, you have to guess who's the faker.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
It's a lot of fun, but that's not something you could really stream properly. Unless you've got everyone in the room.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like their games a lot. The streaming's interesting, aspect to kind of make it like an extra set. I know that people did that with the original Jackbox Party Pack, and you could do it to some extent, with streaming, but.
Yeah, they add about 5 different things to help streamers. Number 1 is being the extended timers. Number 2, you can force it where you have to have Twitch login to play.
Okay.
So, it kind of helps out there at least. People are more accountable for what kind of stuff they put on there.
Yeah, because they'll have their Twitch name on there.
Yes, and then you could also have it where the first person in, which is usually the streamer, can censor any person or any answer in the game.
Oh, nice.
So
you can shut it down.
If you're doing exactly.
Nice. Oh, that sounds cool. Matt, I gotta ask you about something now that you're back.
Okay.
Halloween is upon us.
This is good. Because DJ tried to prompt me for this while you were away, and I teased it.
Nice. You're quite the tease.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it on the show proper, right? That we're doing this Halloween special. So we went down for a ghost adventure.
Yep.
About a week ago, and
on a Sunday.
Spoiler: we're still alive.
Yeah, we didn't die.
But I've been working on trying to edit this down into an actual episode, and it's a very weird experience because it's kind of like documentary style editing, which I have no experience in.
Yeah.
So it's going to be divided into about thirds, kind of thing, where the first third is our trip down there. The second third is his storytelling, which John knows about, but that doesn't mean anything to anyone else right now. And then the final third will be kind of like the investigation and a wrap up.
Yeah.
So I made it through the first third, and man, like, if we scripted it out ahead of time, we couldn't have made a more cliche horror movie.
Oh, I know.
Like, just the conversations that we had in the car on the way down there were like, just it's gonna sound fake. Like, it's gonna sound fake. That's how. I
just remember us being like, while we're talking, we're like, this is like how a horror movie starts. Like the movie Tusk is this. A podcast goes like, I'm gonna go check out this creepy guy in his house, and he's murdered. But that is not what happened. Al was a really nice guy, actually. So
and that's where I'm kind of struggling more, because when for the car ride down, it was kind of like I have this giant piece of shit rock, and I have to try and like hammer out all of the uninteresting bits, and then just whatever's left over is the statue. But with him, it's more like I want to make sure that I don't violate what's already there, and I want to like preserve it, because like, man, he's a really good storyteller.
Oh yeah.
And I don't, so like I need to figure out a way to edit it down for time without like destroying any of that like stories.
I think honestly, if you wanted to get my advice, I would say he spent a lot of time talking about his philosophy. Like, cut that into a chunk, like condense that, and then like the stories, condense that, and then our exploration, or is exploration the third part?
Exploration, and I don't think we'll have very much for the exploration part.
Yeah, we kind of walked around, and we have probably a couple clips of us. We didn't really. Although I do want to mention, he called me the day after, and he said, "Just so you know, after you left the EK, what is it? The electrometer thing?
The EMF reader.
EMF reader stopped going off. Like, it just was dead the rest of the night. So we were.
So they followed us.
No.
Oh shit! I have to get an EMF reader.
He did the ritual beforehand, so we should have been safe, but. This is all teasing a lot of interesting stuff. So it was pretty cool, and I think he thought of it more as, us being there as guests kind of got all the energies excited around because there were new people there.
Oh, okay.
Once we left, it was kind of like, all right, well, back to normal.
Yeah. It's gonna be a departure of an episode. That's for sure.
Because he talked a lot about his ghost philosophy, and I think we could probably condense that down quite a bit into just some basic concepts that he has, because he had a lot of like stuff, and then his stories of stuff that happened in the house could be a really good section. So, well,
I think that's
to hear it.
The drive down stuff was very improv-y in the editing process, and I think when I do the middle section, it's going to be more of like the transcribe everything and then figure out how to edit it later kind of thing. And that's my Saturday.
Well, if it's not out for Halloween, I wouldn't kill yourself, Matt.
I'm just always looking for a reason.
Well, don't kill yourself. I had my cats were fucking around too earlier. One of them's just sleeping on a bed now, though, over here. So, all right, cool. That's good. Good tease. I'm excited to hear it because.
I think you'll.
So
like
am I. I wish I could have been there though.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Some other time next year.
Yeah, I want to talk more about it, but I feel like.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much
just
away.
Kind of like ruin things.
Yeah, there's some really neat stuff. All right, so I know I talked about this last week a lot. No, none of us are a walrus, Aaron. Currently,
I might be. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't seen TJ in a few years, so who knows? Although we've seen him on video a few times, so no,
I haven't.
I stream with camera. You can watch stuff.
No, I must not have caught it.
Just go to his Twitch channel. You'll see his face.
I figured out how to make it notify me when you go live, but
I get those notifications too. Maybe you should change it though, because I never watch them because they all say testing stream, please ignore.
No, I was really testing streams at that time. But last night was different.
Okay. Yeah, I was already asleep, I think, when that happened.
It happens.
Let's see. So I talked about this last week. The Toy Monster Spider-Man nonsense video botting.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was in the actual show or if that was just us bullshitting afterwards.
It was.
It's so strange.
I've investigated. All right, let's get into it. No science corner this week.
No, I have a science corner.
Well, I don't have one then.
This is more important anyway.
Let's talk
this
about
is more important.
Spider-Man. Yes.
Oh man, this is so much. I could do a whole episode on this. Let's save it. Like we're well into near the end of this episode, so
yeah.
So keep thinking about it.
This is going to be a criminal style, like investigative reporting episode that comes out later.
I just want to tease a little bit what I've gleaned from information so far. I pretty much feel the same as last time. I think my weird Russian allegations and that might be a bit far-fetched, but there's definitely something fishy happening.
There's definitely something very non-familiar about their body language and stuff, and I think it's pretty reasonable to mistake that for Eastern European when it was in fact French Canadian.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll get into it. But there's a lot of really interesting stuff, and I'm going to give a little teaser. If you want to head on over to the, the Leroy Jenkins video from 10 years ago. Check out what his YouTube channel is up to now. Because it's making crazy superhero videos.
I hope he got a couple bucks for selling that channel.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it came embedded with a ton of subscribers. Because now, 10 years ago, Leroy Jenkins, 45 million views. 1 year ago, Toy Story Woody Disney Cars Pixar Nursery Rhymes 4, 14-minute video. One of like 30 over the last year, so.
Yeah, the channel only has 21,000 subscribers, though.
Yeah, it does. These videos are weird, too, because they're... it looks like Grand Theft Auto 4, but with Disney mods.
Same thing.
Let me read some of the... oh, wait. Never mind. I was like, let me read some of the comments, but there's no bot comments on this. Yeah. This video has 24,000 views. 93 dislikes to 21 likes. And a lot of people asking whether or not the channel was hacked. So, who the fuck knows? It's some weird shit going on YouTube, though. That's all I have to say. I don't want to get into it too much because TJ's been reading up. I've been reading up. I'll
make a trip up to Canada and try and see what I can check out.
Matt, let's get to your science corner because we're at like an hour 40. So
it doesn't have to be a well. We were talking about cooking pre-show. Are you guys familiar with the concept of seasoning a cast iron pan?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
I have a seasoned cast iron pan.
Okay, so I'll explain it for the listeners because they might be as dumb as I am.
Yep, you're pretty dumb.
Well, I took it literally, right? Because like I had these like great uncles that lived up in the north woods of Wisconsin that talked about this bread pan that they had where all the flavors were baked in.
Yeah,
because it had never been properly washed. So when I heard seasoning a cast iron pan, I assume that's what it was, the flavoring kind of like seeping into it and then permeating everything that's cooked in it. That's not what it is. Seasoning is you put a thin layer of oil over the cast iron and you bake it at a super hot temperature and it polymerizes the oils and then the carbon starts mixing in and it becomes a super like plasticized non-stick durable surface.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the point where you have this like flat cast iron metal that like if you put something on it'll just stick to it. But if you season it correctly, you could slide an egg around in it.
But then I was thinking like 1900s French chefs doing this like complex chemistry without realizing what exactly was happening. It just seemed insane to me.
Yeah. That's pretty cool actually. Yeah, cuz I season my cast iron when I used to use it. I can't use it on my current range top because it's glass top, and it would scratch the fuck out of it, so I can't use it. But the one that I have somewhere in storage now, to season it, I just and the baking and flavors is somewhat correct in a little bit of ways because if you season it with bacon grease, you know there might be just a little bit of that bacon smoking flavor, you know, like stuck in the oil, but. Well, depending on what oil you use, there might be, you know, olive oil versus canola oil. But anyway, you want a really high smoke point oil because you're going to put it at 500 degrees in the oven. So olive oil is not the best choice for that. I'm trying to think of the oil that I use. Peanut oil, I think, is pretty good. High smoke point oil.
What about sunflower?
Sunflower might be... I'm going to look at a list right here now and figure it out. Here we go. Safflower oil is 500 Fahrenheit smoke point. It's neutral flavor. Soybean, peanut, all very high. Corn oil, clarified butter. Sunflower is really high. Regular vegetable oil is good, but like bad is like olive oil because that's like 350 degrees. It'll start smoking. So yeah, you want the canola oils. Okay. I suggest peanut oil because it's pretty flavor neutral and it's really high smoke point and it's really fine. You can find it anywhere. You basically, what I do is I just get a paper towel, like put some oil on it and then just rub the whole outside of the skillet, throw it in the oven for 30 minutes, like with a pan underneath it to catch any drips, and then take it out, and then let it cool, do it again, put it in, you know, just do it a couple times until it's good. And then it should be good for a while, basically. Like, it keeps the season.
And you have to be careful about using acids. Like, you don't want to deglaze anything in that pan.
And to clean the pan, it's the easiest cleaning ever with the cast iron, you know, because all you do is you just... you can use water or not, you know, if you want to, especially if stuff's been kind of carbonized a little bit, you kind of have to use some water, and that'll kind of impact the season a bit, but then you can just re-season it before you store it, which is what I do. Or coarse salt. Oh gosh. A coughing child.
It's a kid.
Sorry, I heard her coughing from across the house.
It's okay. No, but you grab like kosher salt, like the super coarse like flaky salt, and you just pour a bunch of salt on there, and then you use a paper towel to scrub with the salt, and that will not remove the season, but scrub the bits off, and then you just it's ready to go again, you know. Or if you do water, you just throw some oil on it and throw it in the oven for an hour, and then just turn the oven off and let it sit overnight, and then it's ready to go again. Like, it's awesome. I love cast iron for making steaks and cornbread and all sorts of fun stuff. So
yeah, I've downsized a lot of my stuff in like an effort to have less stuff, and so my cooking gear is like a cast iron Dutch oven pot and a cast iron skillet.
Oh, listener Aaron.
Kettle. That's pretty much it.
Listener Aaron says he's got a 14-year season on a skillet. It's like natural Teflon. Yeah, it's awesome when you get like a really old pan that's been seasoned like tons and tons of times, where it's just as like awesome. And dish soap is, you never use soap because it'll completely just destroy the season. Because soap, of course, is an emulsifier. So the little soap particles surround the oil and pull it off. You know, like when you watch those old like commercials of like soap in like, you know, soaking a pan, and it'll just have the grease like pulling off, is basically what soap does. It just traps the fat and then pulls it off. So yeah, you don't want to ever use soap. You don't need to use soap because you just scrape everything off and then throw a little season on it and throw it back into the hot oven, and then it just keeps the season. It's great. Yeah, peanut oil, Aaron also suggests, so that's an easy one. I have a lot of peanut oil though. It's probably my favorite cooking oil, so it's good for stir fry.
It's a pretty good frying oil.
Yeah.
I found that if you're making potato chips, sunflower oil is the best because it has like that's what all the commercial potato chips are fried in, so it kind of has that familiar flavor. But yeah, I got some peanut oil tonight, and I just fried up some sweet potatoes, and it's got a really nice flavor.
Yeah. I want to talk about my science corner thing fast.
Good, go.
Okay. So remember the alien megastructure?
Yeah.
That
yes.
Well, I'll talk about it quick. So
it was a Dyson sphere around.
No. Let's talk about this. So Tabby's star, KIC 8462852, Kepler database space telescope found it and was like, this is weird. Its luminosity decreasing up to 22% at like random intervals before returning to normal. Also, its total light output has been slowly diminishing over time. So basically what I'm saying is that like Star Wars Force Awakens, like sucking the energy out of a star to make a weapon, could be happening across the universe. But no. So it's kind of hard. They don't really know how to explain the phenomena. They're like, well, some likely scenarios is maybe there's just a giant swarm of comets that is just kind of passing in front of the star every once in a while. And since they're comets, it's random, you know, the amount of occlusion and stuff. So who knows? It could be the remnants of a planet that's been shattered by a comet and just pieces kind of floating around it. Or maybe the light output could be a Dyson sphere, a giant artificial solar array, kind of floating around the star. So basically, every single search for artificial signals, like with like SETI, basically, has turned up empty. But recently, Yuri Milner, who is a billionaire internet investor, donated a $100 million grant to have SETI take over the Green Bank Observatory in West Virginia, which is one of the largest fully steerable radio telescopes on the planet, and they're going to point it at that star for 3 days on like, what is it, billions of different radio channels all at the same time. And they're just going to get a data download from it. Like just get all the radio signals they can from it over 3 days, and then start analyzing it. And they are looking at it this weekend. Like started yesterday for 3 days. So
and then the kind of thing where it'll take like a long time
yes,
to sort
because
through
it'll take months and months to sort through the data. But the idea is the search is literally happening right now, like of that Dyson Sphere planet. So there isn't a lot to say other than the fact that the intelligent life, star that they had talked about, the alien megastructure, they're searching right now. So who fucking knows? 1,500 light years away from Earth. So we'll see. Maybe. They're like, how likely is this, chief scientist at SETI? It's probably like a 1 in a billion chance, but who knows? Like, let's do it. We have the money. We have the ability. Let's take a look at it.
And you always want to be the first ones to find out.
Yeah, we want to find out before they find us.
Like we want to find them before they find us.
Yes.
I mean, when it comes to the cosmos, a 1 in a billion chance, it's worth it.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
1 in a billion things happen all the time in space. So yeah, so that's just the update. So maybe in the next coming months we'll hear the first alien radio signals, or we'll hear nothing. So. And apparently they got 2 other telescopes as well that they're going to go at it to do like control. So they'll have 3 different telescopes looking at it to get cross-check for noise. So it's going to take some time, but they're looking at it specifically right now. So with the best technology we have today. So they're going to figure it out. It's exciting. Yep.
Jodie Foster is going to...
Yep. She's going to save us all.
Headphones on.
I feel like I read another article about alien radio signals that was recently. This is mostly about Tabby's star. So that's the newest news.
I mean, I thought we talked about one in the podcast. About,
there was another weird thing that came out about this.
But I thought it was like debunked. Like I thought we found something, but
yeah. Okay. Here's the thing I saw. So this is a New York Post article too. This is another one. The headline is: Scientists say weird signals from space are probably aliens. A team of astronomers believe that strange signals emanating from a cluster of stars are actually aliens trying to tell the universe they exist. The study appeared in the Publications of Astronomical Study of the Pacific, analyzed the odd beams of light from 234 stars. They basically said that we find that the detected signals have exactly the shape of an extraterrestrial intelligence signal that predicted in previous publication, and are therefore in agreement with this hypothesis. They're basically saying we found signals that we theorized alien signals would sound like. The researchers sifted through data collected by the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, an 8-foot diameter telescope in New Mexico, to separate natural signals from ones that appear generated. But there are more skeptics than not, including the authors themselves, who acknowledge that the hypothesis still needs work. Still, the data needs to be verified by at least 2 other telescopes to rule out other natural causes. So, literally, this is nothing. This is 2 astronomers saying, we looked at some signals, and they looked weird, but we also didn't do anything to remove the background noise, so we don't know. So it's like, okay, so it's literally nothing. Like, yeah. So it could have been just some fucking bumfuck in New Mexico next door with his cell phone playing some Candy Crush Saga, getting some interference on the radio. Who fucking knows?
I mean, at the end of the day, aren't we all just background noise?
At the end of the day, we're another day older. That's the life when you're living the poor. Oh, damn it.
On a long enough time scale, the universe itself will evaporate.
Yes. Yeah, we're all just background noise. Yeah, we're all dust in the wind, as they said. At the end of the day, you're another day older, and that's all you can say for the life of the poor. It's a struggle, it's a war, and there's nothing that anyone's giving. One more day standing about, what is it for? One day less to be living. At the end of the day, you're another day colder, and the shirt on the back doesn't keep out the chill. That's Les Mis, everybody. Anyway, I think that's going to do it, though. So, yeah, like Aaron said in the chat here, he says he's terrified and excited. Same here. Like, what happens? Because, like, if we find alien signals and their technology is 10,000 years ahead of us, are we just going to be zoo animals? Like, what is going to happen? Or is or is just like Star Trek exist on another like world, and there's a space federation, and we'll be safe? You know.
Once we invent the warp drive.
Yeah, we got to invent that warp drive. James Cromwell got to invent the warp drive, and then the Romulans will come down.
Is that before or after his pig becomes the best sheepdog in the world?
I think that was after. Like, he retired from sheepdog, sheep herding, or professional sheep herding, wherever the fuck was going on in that. Yes. What was the plot of First Contact? Oh, they had the Borg stuff too. God, that was a
Borg
good
was in there.
movie.
There was back in time stuff.
Yeah. Geordi was stuck in the past.
I think that's like the only Star Trek movie I've seen.
Oh wow.
First Contact, yeah.
So, okay, immediately watch Wrath of Khan, because...
Yeah, I was going to say Khan.
Holy shit, that's a good movie.
And then I guess there's one with whales or something.
Yeah, that's a great one. I just want to say this. I went on Wikipedia for First Contact trying to figure out what the plot was, and boy, is there 7,000 paragraphs on this Star Trek article. It's a little bit too much for me to try and parse right now. But anyway, yeah. So... they create the warp drive, and they basically go back in time, and the Borg are like, we're going to stop the first encounter with Earth, basically. And so they have to, like, stop it from happening. And they have to help them. It's a real cool movie. 1996. Matt, what's the website?
lostinspace.com.
All right, TJ, what's the website?
Bornintheeighties.net.
Thank you. And you can contact us on the contact form.
The site still exists.
Bitecast@gmail.com. Partyplatypus.com if you want. That's a place you can go to. It still redirects. Bitecast@gmail.com. All sorts of awesome shit, man.
Lostinspace.com is just a shitty artist page, and it has nothing to do with Joy from Friends.
Also, if you're someone, Susie Harris from weboptimize.com, spelled incorrectly, please do not use our contact form to try and contact us about getting on Google's front page. That's a waste of a listener contact.
I've been meaning to mention to you, I think we should try to get on Google's front page.
Yeah, how do I do that? Let's call this company. I'll give them my social security number.
No, you go into the meta tags and you put in Elsa, Frozen, Spider-Man, Joker.
Well, Matt, if you want a real-time answer of if that worked, I put the tags for our last episode, the Underclean. Let me read the tags. Batman, Elsa, foot surgery, Frozen, Harley Quinn, Iron Man, Joker, pregnant, Spider-Man, superhero, Venom.
And that was the most downloaded episode of all time of any podcast.
Yes.
You missed putting down in real life.
Oh, you're right. Superheroes in real life. I can update it to have that. Let's see if the last episode had more downloads than normal. I'm going to look at real-time stats. It is the exact same number of downloads we always get. So, I don't know. The tags didn't work on Libsyn. It's our typical audience downloads. Which has gone up. Thanks, audience. This is the most downloaded month we've had in years. So, awesome.
You're a great audience.
Yeah, we love you.
Every single one of you.
And thanks for watching live.
Wow, what a great audience.
Yeah.
Except for TJ. You suck.
TJ does suck.
Yeah, because he's going to be listening to this later. I'm not going to give him credit for this at all.
I forgot to hit the belch button.
Freaking good.
I had to take us live because I can't miss this conversation. This got to be recorded. Yes.
So,
okay, wait. Roll back 1 second.
I'm gonna roll back. Yeah.
You made what sauce?
So I essentially made a taste-alike of the Taco Bell quesadilla sauce.
Oh, you mean the liquid crack that they put in their quesadillas?
Yes, the liquid crack. Essentially, all it is jalapeno mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's mayo. Yeah, I knew
So
that.
you start with base of mayo. You're gonna add actual jalapeno pieces, but also some of the juice it floats in.
Okay.
I believe it's a little bit of ground cumin, some chili powder. It's been a while since I've looked it up, but at the end of all that, when you just puree that to crap, so there's no actual pieces of jalapeno to be found, it's sweet, spicy goodness. Not actually sweet, but it's just
recreate the menu.
Hashtag build the menu. Hashtag home
Be the menu.
Home hacks. Home menu hacks.
It's also the internet is how I learned how to make the Noodles and Company mac and cheese sauce.
Really? Is it
It's
that
so
different
good,
is that different than regular cheese sauce?
Yeah, it's made from actual cream and actual cheese, so yeah.
Well, no, that's how you make actual cheese sauce at home.
Yeah, well, I want to make it as close to that flavor as possible.
I want to see what it is and see how different it is than my actual mac and cheese sauce that I usually make.
So it's a roux. So you got to start with a little bit of butter and a little bit of flour.
Butter and flour.
And then from there, the lookalike recipe uses half and half. So when I don't have half and half, which is almost all the time,
2%.
I mix milk and condensed milk. Or not condensed, evaporated milk.
Yeah, don't condense. Not the sugary condensed milk.
Yes, I screwed that up once, actually.
My brother did that once, too. He said his mac and cheese was very sweet, and it was awful.
Yeah. And then just keep doing it. Keep stirring. Keep stirring. Keep stirring.
Yep.
Yeah, because you got to get that milk hot, but not burnt.
Yep.
And roux will kill you. I hate making roux, but I love what they end up.
It's not too hard. It can suck, though, because you can burn the flour. And but it's not too bad. Like, you just got to basically have a whisk and just be going at it the whole time so it doesn't stop.
And then once you got that warm enough milk roux base, that's when you start throwing in the cheese and just melting it in slowly and slowly.
Oh, yeah. This hack, this Savory Reviews, Noodles and Company Wisconsin mac and cheese hack says you make the roux. They say whole milk for this one. Half and half and whole milk are not too different in fat content.
No, not really.
And then when you say roux, what the hell is that?
ROUX.
Yeah, it's
like a milk-based sauce?
It's the cream sauce base for every cream sauce. It's just butter, flour, and then you basically whisk it until it starts to make a gloopy mess.
And then you'll add some more milk.
Yep, and then you slowly add
going.
milk.
Yep.
Until you get it starts to coat a spoon, and then you add the cheese, and then melt it in, and it becomes this liquid. This is how you make nacho cheese sauce as well, actually. But you use the queso cheese, and then throw in some pepper and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, it's good. It's how you make cheese sauce. It's not too hard. Roux is not hard. It's not easy, but once you get it down, it's not hard.
It's not difficult. It's just annoying. That's the way I put it.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the subtitle of my biography.
It's basically also how you make gravy as well.
Yeah.
You do a roux, and then you can add in milk, but if you want if it's cream gravy, but if you don't want a cream gravy, the roux just works as a thickener, and then you pour in your your beef drippings or your chicken drippings to get the chicken flavor. Oh my god.
Best way to make country gravy.
Yeah. Oh, I love cooking at home. When I have time. So weekends are fun. Well, now we're going to get a copyright strike.
Yeah, we are.
Jesus. We were talking over it, too. I still can't... What? I didn't get a copyright strike.
It was pitch shifted.
Just so you know. When I got that... Well, the thing I didn't was a copyright strike. It was a copyright notice. Which is just a... Hey, we noticed you have copyrighted content, so we're monetizing the video for the copyright holder for you. Not the, you need to take it down, like a DMCA. So it isn't a strike against my account. It's just... I took the video down because I don't want anyone making money off of it. It's actually not even down. It's just unlisted, so you can watch it if you have the link. Just... Whatever. I don't even care. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to start, though?
Yeah.
Let's start.
We should start because it's like 10:30. All right. Oh, was that real?
That was a start noise.
Oh, that's good.
I was
That's
so
good.
excited. I just smashed it.
All right, smash
smashed
another
the glass.
glass. L'chaim.
Against my forehead.
And all right, I'm gonna start. Wait, I didn't check levels. I should probably at least.
I was listening to the feed and it sounded all right to me. Let me just talk a little bit to make sure my level's good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna listen to it. I'm just listening.
Okay, I might be a little bit loud, but
You're actually not too loud. I think we're all pretty good. I might have to turn TJ down a little bit because he's on a phone. I think
I'm always loud. Yeah.
It's just the
I've got
phone's a little bit
settings
louder.
pretty much figured out at this point.
So I have a
ready?
feeling it's. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead, TJ.